Is the narcissist ghosting you? This is how to spot the final goodbye. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to the Narcissist and Karma channel. Alright everyone, it's possible you've witnessed this occurrence numerous times before. You may be asking, is this it? Is the narcissist finished with me forever, or are we destined to repeat this? You may have been silent for some time, but they may still be monitoring your social media. If you agree, you should watch this video in which I elucidate the situation in greater depth. It is a pleasure to see you again. I hope everything is well with you. There is much to discover in today's video. We will discuss how to identify where you are in the cycle and how to determine if the narcissist has truly moved on from you or if you are still entangled in their behaviors. Let's discuss knowing where you are in the cycle and whether or not the narcissist has moved on. There is a consistent pattern to narcissistic behavior. This is not a random occurrence, it is their method of traversing the world. This is how they maintain control over themselves and their environment. As a coping strategy, it helps them feel emotionally secure and maintain their composure. To understand a narcissist's actions, one must comprehend the strategies he or she employs to attain social acceptance and material wealth. Every aspect of a narcissist's existence revolves around gaining the approval, attention, and resources from others. Commonly, confusion follows the conclusion of a conversation with a narcissist. Finding resolution may be challenging, leaving you dissatisfied. It's possible that they won't tell you exactly what's about to happen, leaving you to speculate whether you're in for more silence, a lengthy lecture, or something else altogether. As you navigate through this disorder, strange patterns may emerge. Perhaps they are following you on social media, remarking on your posts, and reading your stories. This seems odd if you have been attempting to reconnect. If you discover that they've moved on to someone else, things could become even more convoluted. However, you must recognize that this is not a normal, healthy, or fortifying occurrence. It is not something you can simply brush off as a typical divorce and move on from. You are left in a state of uncertainty, unable to interpret their behavior, in the absence of resolution, distinct boundaries, or unambiguous messages. Here, you must work out what is happening on your own, so you must be prepared. You must discover your own means of resolution, accepting what this process signifies for you personally. It is a sign that the next course of action is ultimately up to you. You are responsible for determining when you've had enough. Repeatedly, the narcissist may attempt to re-enter your life, but you can alter the dynamic by obtaining independence and perspective. If you allow a narcissist back into your life, they are not truly over you. They will persist in their efforts. It is not a conclusion to say, I accept whatever you offer me, or I consent to endure this treatment. This is not the end. This is an ongoing contract. Clearly, the relationship is not over if your ex-narcissist still enjoys your social media posts, comments on your blog, or otherwise attempts to maintain contact with you. Even if they are still connected in these ways, it is obvious that there is enduring curiosity. Normal relationships advance when one or both parties are genuinely finished. They either acquire new companions or venture out alone. If they are still paying attention to what you do, reading what you write, and questioning their peers about you, it is evident that they are not yet finished with you. The fact that they continue to contact you via phone and text message demonstrates their continued interest in you. This behavior stems from a mental health condition known as an attachment disorder. The inability to establish trustworthy relationships is a prominent symptom of this disease. They struggle with both forming healthy attachments and distancing themselves when necessary. Their inability to establish and break healthy attachments is the root cause of their tenacity. They dislike when people depart because it triggers their fear of abandonment. This historical anxiety motivates their antagonistic behavior. They act in this manner in an attempt to maintain emotional control after experiencing rejection or abandonment. This rule is the consequence of their potentially unsafe upbringing. Their fragile sense of security is derived from their capacity to manipulate and dominate others. By engaging in these actions, they are able to feel secure and in control within the world they have created for themselves. However, maintaining this standard of safety requires knowing each step. People act in an attempt to exert control over the narrative out of a dread of uncertainty and the vulnerability it brings. They have not yet completed their work. You can anticipate their return. They completely disregard you, as though they are confident that you will still be available when they return. They expect you to maintain contact and keep the connection alive, even if they offer nothing of value in return. This is their mentality. They want you to do whatever they want for no compensation. The decision regarding what to do next ultimately rests with you. If you're genuinely done with them and all ties have been severed, the narcissist will continue as before. They want to know your location and activities because they believe they have some claim to you. Because you have been objectified, you feel so little control over your own body. They perceive you as an extension of themselves, giving them the impression that they can exert control over you. They do not comprehend the significance of free will to each individual. People act in accordance with their own interests and principles, so the narcissist's desires are not always granted. However, as a result of their need for control and warped notion of proprietorship, they attempt to manipulate these circumstances. It's normal to be concerned about your ex-narcissist monitoring your online activity or contacting mutual friends. It is a violation of your privacy and an attempt to maintain a relationship that should have ended long ago. This is not intended to frighten you, however. It's more that they believe they own you and feel the need to exercise that ownership through control. Because they are incapable of forming genuine relationships with anyone, including themselves, they regard you as an object rather than a person. This objectification occurs due to their superficial interactions. They cannot communicate with you on a meaningful level, so they resort to silent treatments, fluctuating between involvement and withdrawal, or attempting to claim you as their own. It is crucial to recognize that they are incapable of forming close bonds and that this constrains their behavior. When they still think about you, it is difficult to believe that they are over you. Even though they may be dating someone else, they still include you in their circle of approbation. The greater their self-esteem, the greater the number of individuals who affirm them. If you're struggling with these dynamics, I hope this explanation is helpful. It should enable you to make progress and have a better grasp on their behavior going forward. Realizing that the narcissist's sense of fulfillment depends on your posture is a huge eye-opener. You put an end to it. You make it abundantly clear that it's over. Don't forget that I offer personalized consultations to assist you through such situations. I appreciate you listening in and cannot wait to provide you with additional content. The end.